How's it going, guys? It's kind of a bittersweet moment. Hopefully I have someone buying the Chevy Impala, if they actually show up. So driving it up to here might be the last time ever driving this thing. As of right now, I'm leaving the dash camera and the traffic advisor in the back. Depends on if they want it or not. If they really don't want it, I'll take it out. It only takes 2 minutes to take both of them out. So I'm ending on 190,014 miles. So we'll see if he gets it or not. He or she. No profile. I think it was like Jesse, so that could be a boy or a girl. Who knows? But yeah, it's been a very good car. I would like to keep it. I just kind of can't pass up the deal I was offered from my grandmother's car, her second car. So that's kind of the plan. Might as well put these in the ignition. So this might be the last video of this car. I wish I had the money to keep it and get the other one, but it's kind of where we're at. The only thing wrong with it that I'm aware of is, besides that it hasn't been overheating at all. So that isn't an issue anymore. I don't really know what happened. I don't know if it was just a blockage in the radiator or whatever, but the only other thing I know of is the oil pan drips. A little bit here and there, but really not enough for how the age of the vehicle and everything. I just every week or two just double check the oil, maybe add a 1/4 of a quart or 1/8 of a quart, whatever it needs. But yeah, been a very good vehicle. The only time it's somewhat left me stranded is when the starter went out. But I knew something was wrong as soon as I started the last time, and it barely started. I'm like, I need to get this somewhere I can work on it. I was already heading to my parents, so I went ahead and fixed it over there and went to, I think, AutoZone, and it was like $52 or something like that. Bought a starter, put it in the driveway. No, I didn't have jack stands, didn't have ramps, nothing. Just stuck my arms into there and replaced it. So otherwise, never left me stranded. The closest thing was a couple of videos ago when the coolant bypass hose had a little pinhole leak, but that still wouldn't leave you stranded unless you weren't paying attention at all and completely ran out of coolant. So it's a very good car. I would say it's number 2 on my list. I've had, I think, we're counting it up in the family, I think it was like 11 cars that I've had. I'd say it's number 2. Number 1's, I think, been my Explorer, my first car. I love that thing. Had it for 7 years, but I think like 70,000 miles on it. But yeah, I love this thing. I really, really do not want to see it go, but I can't pass up the steal on this other car. And she's very patient and kind of confused. She's gonna be 90 this year, so every day the story is a little bit different, but actually means good. Yeah. And then if I get this sold, I'll have a video probably tomorrow if I get the other vehicle from her. And then the next video is going to be a first oil change on the Kawasaki KLX 300. I'm at like 540, I think, 540 miles on it. First one's due at 600. So I'm probably just going to change it before next ride, but it's kind of wanting to ride today. I wasn't expecting to show this car kind of later in the evening, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. Hopefully good. It's like my stomach's kind of either way. She just says, no, I don't want it, but okay, that's fine. But if he does, then I'll be excited to go get something, the other vehicle. So I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, so the deal went through and I sold the Impala. I'm happy and sad at the same time. It's time to move on to some other project, which I just happen to have already. This is the car for my grandma. As you can tell, it looks like a grandma car. It's a Mercury Grand Marquis LS 2004. It's got heated seats and all that fancy stuff. Digital dash. With 86,000 miles, if you can focus on that. 86,456. I got it for $27.50, which isn't too bad. I'm swapping out the plates right now to mine because hers are expired. I'm heading to go get a car wash because, as you can see, this thing is nasty. The only repairs that I know of is to glue this back on. It's falling off. I think a new serpentine belt, and then my uncle back into this with the lawnmower, I guess. So I'm gonna try to undent that. But yeah, that's all that I know of. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap these and I'll show you the inside real quick. Alright, so I needed to clean out the inside and all that. It's not too nasty, so I'm probably just gonna leave that for something to do here at home. I also need to figure out how to pop this back on. It's just from the heat, it popped off. It's all squishy. You probably know if you have like an old Explorer, they did that really bad. So I'll probably pull these off and re-glue them down. But yeah, heated seats, power seats, both sides. Leather, a lot of room in the back. Not even gonna mention the trunk, everything online. The trunk. Drives really good. It's weird having a digital gauge cluster on a vehicle this old. I found underneath the seat this huge box of cassette tapes. Some of you might not even know what the heck these things are. But you put them in here and you can, they have music on them. Yeah, if you want to go back to the late 80s, 70s, whenever this is, there we go. I'm gonna go clean this up and we'll go from there. How's it going, guys? This is the next day. I just finished cleaning this huge trunk. Carson's been helping me. But yeah, I used the carpet extractor and cleaned out the trunk. It was extremely nasty. Still have some more here to clean up. Kind of letting those dry out, and then I'll do that again. Been cleaning all the jams. They're still a little dirty. I need to really power wash them. Use some engine degreaser to help clean them up. There was a lot to clean on this car. It was a lot of work. So pretty much the exterior's fairly clean. The next thing the next thing to fix is this trim piece. It pretty much just has double stick on the back side here, and it just wore off over time. So I'm either gonna trim out some of this double stick and put my own, or do something. I think this just slides in there this way, so I'll probably just pull this out, cut it back here, and then put a strip of double stick and then slide it back in and stick it down. I was gonna use some adhesive, but if I need to get that off in the future, I want to be able to do so. But yeah, exterior looks a lot better. Also need to work on this dent. The issue is the main support bar is literally right here, straight down. There's a little tiny hole, but it's really hard to get to. So I'm gonna see if I can pull that out. The top part, the bottom part, I don't think I'm going to. It's such a deep hit right there, and you can see green paint. So I'm thinking the lawnmower hitting it is an actual story, so that's not something made up. Yeah, it's fairly clean. The exterior, I did a little bit on the interior and a little bit under the engine bay. In here, I vacuumed, kind of wiped down the dash with a cloth, cleaned the inside of the windshield, but yeah, it needs to be completely squeegee. It's really hard to do, but yeah, it drives extremely well. Put some fuel in it. I guess I can show you under the hood. One cool feature I never knew, never even heard of in an older vehicle that has mechanical parking brake. If I put the parking brake on, put it in gear, the parking brake automatically releases. That is very cool. I've never even heard of that. I'll show you that here in a minute, but I'll show you under the engine bay first. I absolutely love how this thing drives. No issues at all. You do have a little chip in the windshield, you might be able to see right there. Have to get that addressed. Head struts are good. This does need a deep cleaning, but I kind of cleaned up this enough. There was literally mold growing over the stickers, everything. So I used that degreaser, just kind of wiped everything. Vacuumed the cowl, but I haven't wiped it down. So that's going to be my next project when I work on this. Put a brand new serpentine belt, brand new wipers. This had a major squeal when you first started it. And drove it for probably 10 minutes or so. And then it would quiet down. Now it starts no issues whatsoever, which is excellent. Let me show you the parking brake thing. Alright, ignition's on. Drives amazing. So, okay, see the parking brake's on. It's down. All I'm gonna do is put this in gear. That's it. So you can see the brake there. Brake on. Look at that. Automatically pops the parking brake. I never knew that was a thing, especially in 2004 with mechanical parking brake. That is awesome. Says my trunk's open. It doesn't really say that my hood's open, but I mean that should be fairly clear to anyone driving, I guess. Yeah. There'll be more videos on fixing small stuff. Like these little flaps here. Probably put some WD-40 on these hinges. But yeah. That's pretty much it for now. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.